Welcome to this week's episode of Operation Support Local. I am your host, Derek Fage. Another exciting show for you this week. I cannot wait to get to our first segment. Let's dive right in because they are called Maker House. They are located in Hintonburg. They've been around for 5 years. As a matter of fact, just celebrated their 5-year anniversary. They started as a pop-up shop. They're going to try it for about 3 months. And look at this, 5 years later, they're celebrating their big anniversary. If you're looking to support Canadian artisans and even more importantly, local artisans, this is the place to go.
It's a real mixed bag. So before we opened, about a year and a half, 2 years, I spent kind of curating a list of makers, building those connections, finding out, would this model even work for them to sell through a retail store? I was really thrilled to find out that a lot of them had graduated to the point where they could actually wholesale, much like you would to a traditional retail store. And so reaching them through finding online, finding them at craft shows, meeting them in person. And then more recently, we were out there. We have a presence. They find us either through coming in and grabbing a business card and going on our website. We try to streamline that process because our focus here is connecting and selling products. And so I try to hold those conversations more offline to gauge whether there's a good fit in terms of the product, the price, the style. But it's a lot of fun. We love connecting with new makers, and we do it every day. The pandemic has obviously had a major impact on how we operate our business. It started with 2 weeks of panic and pivot, I guess. We closed our doors, we laid off a bunch of our staff, mostly just part-time staff. We kept our full-time staff and pivoted into deliveries around town. Thankfully, our website had been set up, so the last few years investing in that paid off essentially, overnight when people were able to still shop and do curbside pickup or deliveries around Ottawa. So we were really busy after the first few weeks when everybody caught on to the new model, I guess, and we were able to advertise that. I kind of took a cue from the local breweries. I was seeing craft beer delivery, free over a certain limit, and so that worked really, really well for us. And then flash forward a few months, we were able to reopen during that stage 2 or phase 2. We took our time. We've certainly tried to err on the side of being safe, and we've heard that from a lot of customers that they feel we've done one of the best jobs they've seen of controlling the space. We have a capacity limit of 10 people in here. It may mean you wait outside, but once you're in here, you're going to be able to distance. You're going to be able to shop comfortably. We're trying to reduce handling on products. But yeah, we took our time to make sure we were getting these steps correct or as controlled as we could while we reopened and brought our staff back. And then we were ramping up for what we anticipated would be hopefully a busy end of the year, which makes up for some of the slower months. The trends of shopping during COVID have been interesting because people are at home spending more time with family. Our family games sales went up a little bit. We have a really fun game called Fast Sling Puck, and it's kind of like a hockey tabletop type game. Those have been hard to keep in stock. We have tons of do-it-yourself kits. So our DIY section, whether it's embroidery or sewing or even our 3D paper animals, which you may see behind me as well. Tons of DIY kits from, I think, 5 or 10 different makers across Canada. Really well made, packaged to help you create something at home. So perfect for the pandemic, if you will. A lot of folks sending cards, sending postcards. Writing letters has become a more popular thing again. There's little silver linings in here that, we find ways to stay connected. It's thankfully been busy with people buying early this year, trying to ship their gifts, and we're all set up for that. Even if they order online, we can ship it right to the recipient. We could even write their card for them. They may not have to leave their house, and their Christmas shopping is done. So for us, I think we're as set up as we can be to manage through times when people may not want to shop in person because it's a blizzard out there, or have you. Yeah. Gift boxes have become big for us this year. Last fall, we started them for Christmas 2019, and they were quite popular. We created some gift boxes from all of these different makers and curated collections whether it's for maple syrup lovers or coffee lovers or tea. We even have one called Bah Humbug, which is kind of sassy, snarky products, because we do have enough of those to put into a gift box. So we've been creative with those. The tag will tell you, as you're shopping, who makes this item, where are they based. So you may be browsing through the store and you're from some small town, like let's say Mulmer, Ontario, which is near Creemore, and you're like, wow, this creamed honey is from Mulmer. I didn't know there was stuff being made in Mulmer. Whatever your small town is, there's real connections built, and by the time people get to the checkout, there's usually a story that they want to tell us about why they're buying the things they're purchasing.